What's up, brothers and sisters? It's your brother G World 7 underscore D. I'm showing you a book. It's called Egyptian Boats by Delwyn Jones. Now, many of our people believe that Egyptians did not sail here to the Americas. Now, this book doesn't talk about them sailing to the Americas, but it talks about them having different types of boats for different reasons or doing different things. All right? For different purposes. I'm going to go all the way to the back of the book. I'm going to read you this so if I can see it clearly and focus. Drawing on archaeological and literary evidence. Delwyn Jones examines the importance of the boat in Egyptian ritual and belief, as well as in everyday life. The sun god was thought to travel across the sky in a solar boat, and Egyptians believed that the deserving might join the god Osiris in his divine bark after death. Boats played an important part in funerary ritual. All right, so they had them little models. Models were often placed in tombs to provide the deceased with safe passage through the winding waterway in the underworld. Also, boats are frequently depicted in tomb paintings. The Nile has always been a vital transport artery for Egypt, and boats the principal means of travel. Early papyrus skiffs gradually gave way to wooden craft of increasing size and sophistication, ranging from fishing boats and barges to seagoing warships, splendid ships of state, and enormous obelisk barges used to transport stone to temples and monuments. I repeat, and read that paragraph again. This is very important. The Nile has always been a vital transport artery for Egypt, and boats to principal means of travel. Early papyrus skiffs gradually gave way to wooden craft of increasing size and sophistication, ranging from fishing boats and barges to seagoing warships, splendid ships of state. Now, I keep telling brothers and sisters that our people sailed around the world. We weren't just situated in Africa or in Europe or in here just in America. We were constantly sailing in and out all over the globe, all over the world. And this is something that you really need to. Now, this book doesn't talk about the Egyptians selling to the Americas, or that the Egypt here selling over to Egypt and the Nile, or you had the megalithes in Africa where they were able, instead of going all the way around to the Mediterranean, they were able to sail within the continent and out, coming out through different water channels and out and hitting the Atlantic Ocean and coming to America and vice versa. This book doesn't talk about that, but what this book talks about is that they had boats for different purposes. All right, open this book and I'm going to show you. Here's images of boats. All right, possibly Egyptian boats. This is an artist rendition of how one of the boats look like. All right, that's a boat that you can see sailing the sea. Here's the other boats right here. This is called what, a sporting boat. Yeah. And this is a boat from a particular period. Right here, one like sporting boat. Now here's what you call these two. This is known as the traveling boat. Now, you got other people in there traveling with. Now these are like little figurines that could be used in if that were found in tombs of various different pharaohs or important people. But there were boats that were found that were disassembled with these instructions to reassemble those boats to travel on another mission. Now this is a papyrus boat. This might have been used for fishing. Let me focus on that. Papyrus boat. It might have been used for fishing. Alright, if we turn over, I'm going to show you more sophisticated boats. Alright. Let me get the pages. Show you more sophisticated boats. And it's in a very good picture. Here it is right here. Now, what gets me is that many other people just believe that the Egyptians did not sail around the world. I mean, these brothers and sisters build boats, man. Build ships. All right, to sail around the world. All right. Let's focus on the book more. This is a boat, from the Old Kingdom. Inside quarters, where they sleep inside, go in there at nighttime. This is the inside quarters. This was a person of royal stature will be inside. There's a little cell right here. All right. Here's another image of a boat. And this is considered a warship. Now, they had the technology to sail around the world. This book talks about various different boats. Now, this book just talks about boats that were found in Egypt, replicas that was found in tombs that might have been used for some spiritual purposes, or talking about transporting the dead pharaoh during the underworld, and the boats are there with him during his passage into the next life. So they place all this stuff from his current life and all those replicas in for the spiritual transformation or transportation to the next life. Excuse me, I need to get it out. So, but these are also images of actual physical boats that they had. And this book talks about, like I said, this book does not talk about them traveling around the world, but it gives you an idea that they had the concept of constructing boats for different purposes. All right, it wasn't just to talk about the next life of transporting a dead pharaoh. All right, they actually had boats to travel the world, and it talks about how they use these different boats for different purposes. Like I said, for fishing, they had certain boats that they use to fish locally. They had certain boats they use to travel. So this is just something to think about, to look into. It's a good book, man. So I'm just giving you just another source, another book. So it's called Boats by Dale Wynne Jones. Just check it out, man. All right. I got some more information out there that I'm going to dig out and then continue to give you sources so people can do their own research and realize, man, we have traveled the world. Okay? So, like I said, some of these boat images were in tombs. So when the pharaoh goes to the next life, all the stuff that he had in his current life can go with him to the next life. He make this spiritual journey within the next life, or the afterlife. But the boats I'm emphasizing, they actually constructed boats to travel. But this is a decent book that just talks about the different type of boats. There are other books that really gets even more detailed on Egyptian boats. But just try to look into this, man. This is just another source to let you know that our people built ships, man. They built ships to travel the world, man. We weren't just confined and basically situated or landlocked. We traveled. We had that concept. All right. Peace and love.